history-making factory direct sale. This Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. at all Art Van stores. Be there and save.
The Tigers play the Rangers Sunday only on Channel 4.
We're live at the Palace in Auburn Hills, where just minutes ago, the All-Stars of the NBA challenged the world champion Detroit Pistons for a place in basketball history. Throughout the next hour, we'll be bringing you exclusive extended highlights of this spectacular matchup. And we'll talk to some of the greatest players to ever grace the game. Isiah's Classic for Our Schools is brought to you by the good time, great taste of McDonald's. Detroit Edison, a good part of your life. Southwest Airlines. Fly Southwest Airlines from Detroit's metro and city airports. And by True Value. For quality, selection, and personal attention, make True Value Hardware your store of first choice.
Good evening. I'm Carmen Harlan, and welcome back to Isiah's Classic for Our Schools. Dave, it's nice to have you back here.
Good to be back here. I'd rather be up here right now than down on that bench.
Down there. Oh, have we seen a lot of action tonight? In fact, Bernie Smilovitz is standing by courtside. Bernie?
All right, Carmen, we've got two guests with us. Dominique Wilkins, who's got 46 points. Isiah Thomas. I think they named this after you, right? Isiah's Classic has got 21. I want to tell you a quick story. We've been putting up a phone number all night. Richard Golden of DOC says if we mention DOC on the air, he will donate $100 for every point scored here tonight. Richard Golden says that. He owns DOC. Should we say DOC on the air? DOC. 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 We wear glasses at these places we go, right? Have you guys, you were telling me in the first quarter you stopped in one of the updates. You weren't in shape. Your wind was coming up big.
I'm really stuck in wind. Like I told you earlier, 46 points, the hardest 46 points I ever had, but I'm hanging in there.
How are you physically?
I'm hanging in there.
Hanging in? I should tell everyone there's 7:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Oh, Magic's team, the NBA All-Stars, have now taken the lead over you guys.
I got to get back. I got to get back.
I got to get back. Okay. Here we go. We're going with highlights. You leaving? Yeah. That's it? Are you coming back?
Got it. Go.
Okay. Adios. Dominique, you can go. Thank you. See ya. All right, Dominique's gone. Isiah's gone. We're gone. We're going back upstairs. Carmen, it's all yours. DOC.
Oh, yes, it is. Thank you. And you recognize somebody there on the television set. And those of you who are at home may recognize the lady who is sitting next to me. And this is Mrs. Thomas, Isiah's mother. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And welcome. Let me tell you, this mother is more than just a mom. I mean, she's a coach, too. Do you know that she was talking about and complaining about who wasn't playing well tonight and who was missing baskets? Do you do that all the time?
All the time. All the time.
How do you coach, Isiah?
I tell him how to play and tell him how to be nice, how to be kind, be good, don't fight.
How do you handle all of this? How do you handle all of this pressure, Mrs. Thomas?
I handle it pretty well because I know he's nice, he's good, because that's the way I raised him. He's a good son, and he obeys me.
So you know how important basketball is to Isiah. Certainly sports probably was very important to him all along. And we're talking about kids who might miss an opportunity to have that as part of their educational careers. It's so important to have and keep sports in the school program.
It is important, and it's important that Isiah is doing what he's doing, and the rest of them is just great. And I also is glad that he is doing it, because I always stress to him education was the best that he could have.
And how important it really is.
It's
and that's
important.
why that's why you're here today. That's why I'm here today, and that's certainly
That's
why
right.
Dave Bing is here.
It's
We're
important.
going to go back to Bernie Smilovitz, who is still courtside. Bernie, what's happening?
All right, Carm, 163-160, NBA All-Stars lead Isiah's, or the Pistons team, 160. 163-160, 7:46 to go in the fourth quarter. Now, I want to tell you, again, we could not televise this game tonight because of NBA rules. We tried. We contacted the NBA office, but they would not allow us to televise it. But they did give us permission to show you extended highlights, and they will be coming up as soon as the game is over. Now, earlier this evening, in player introductions, there was an emotional moment when Rick Mahorn returned here to the Palace. You know the story about Rick Mahorn. Moments after the Pistons had their celebration here at the Palace, Rick Mahorn was notified he had been put on the expansion list and picked up by the Minnesota Timberwolves. A real favorite on the team, a real favorite in the community. He came back tonight and played in a Pistons uniform for the final time. Here are the player introductions as they went earlier this evening.
Championship. The all-time leading scorer in Dallas. He's a three-time NBA All-Star, a 6'6" forward from DePaul, number 23, Mark Aguirre. Ladies and gentlemen, I know no other way. I'll simply say the Worm. He's the NBA's best defensive player. He is the NBA's best offensive rebound, who last season led the NBA in field goal shooting. One of the most popular Pistons. He's been with us for 3 seasons at 6'8", wearing number 10. Dennis the Worm Rodman. I think you know him as the Microwave. He's a 10-year NBA veteran who has been with the Pistons for the last 8 seasons. He's one of the game's top 6 men and is the leading scorer of the league's best bench. A 6'2" guard from Bailey, wearing number 15, his Vinnie Johnson. Detroit's 1985 first-round draft choice from McNeese State. He still ranks as one of the NCAA's all-time leading scorers, wearing number 4, MVP. Here's Joe Dumars. We have a special place for this next announcement, ladies and gentlemen. He's known as the baddest of the bad boys. And although he will no longer wear a Detroit uniform in all of our hearts, he will forever be a Detroit Piston. He was the enforcer of the 1989 World Champions. His great play in game number 4 of the NBA Finals helped carry this team to its first ever championship. Now, a member of the expansion Minnesota Timberwolves, this will be his last game as a member of the Detroit Pistons. I say to you, welcome, 6'10", from Hampton Institute, a great friend, a great human being, and a great player, the baddest bad boy, Rick Mahorn. He's known to all of us as Zeke. He's the all-time Detroit leader in both assists and steals. He was the captain and remains the captain of the 1989 World Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome a 6'1" guard from Indiana University. Here's your captain, Isiah Thomas.
Exclusive highlights of the big game coming up next.
Well, I got my first job down the road at a place called Mickey D's. I see the guys and I make the fries, working the hours I please. You may say why? How come? Well, money, honey, and we're having fun. It's a hip to be crew. Oh, it's a hip to be crew, yeah.
I said, what is that?
That is a reminder, Mom. Lights protect you.
Me?
Everybody. And when you're out, they should be on.
And when I'm home watching you on TV?
Light up the outside and check the locks, too. I'm not always here to protect you, but lights are.
How did you get so smart?
Not smart. Bright. Like my mom.
Oh, I see.
Come to any Detroit Edison office for a free home security brochure. Detroit Edison, a good part of your life.
The smartest ideas on campus began on the shelves of your hometown True Value hardware store, where this classic gooseneck lamp from Tensor is only $9.99. Then decorate with Tucker storage crates in great-looking colors, just $2.99 each. This Remington Fuzz-Away shaver, only $5.99, can make shirts and sweaters look like new. And protect your gear with this tough True Guard combination lock, just $1.49 at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
He took a struggling city and stood it on its feet. He taught us how to fight and win. While others are building careers, he's been building a city. Not just for the job he's done, but for the work he alone can do. Strength, experience, pride. The right stuff. Coleman Young, the mayor.
Magic moments in a great game coming up next.
And welcome back to Isaiah's Classic for Our Schools. We're talking with Mrs. Mary Thomas, Isaiah's mother. And I'm sure a lot of people want to know, what was Isaiah like as a child growing up?
That's all the rest of it.
Did you know that he was going to grow up, that basketball was going to be his dream come true?
No, I didn't. I never had no dream that Isaiah would ever play basketball. No dream at all.
How important was it that the Pistons won the NBA championship for you this year, and certainly for Isaiah? I know it was important, Isaiah. How important was it for you?
It was important to me because I was sick of him worrying about that ring. And I was glad. I was so happy when they won because he played so hard. The whole team did. They really played hard, and they deserved it.
Let me tell you, you are certainly an inspiration to all of us. We want to thank you for stopping by and chatting with us tonight. We know that you do a lot of commuting between here and Chicago, his hometown, but certainly it's always nice to have you in the Motor City.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to go courtside to Bernie. Bernie?
All right, Carmen, I think you're enjoying this as much as I am. No defense in this game, 180-175. The Pistons lead the NBA All-Stars. We got 1:41 to go. We are going to be able to bring you highlights before this game is over, and we're going to bring them to you right now. Let me explain a little bit about what's going on, first of all, in this game. In many cities, and like, for example, last Sunday night in Los Angeles, for the benefit of the United Negro College Fund, in that instance of the forum, Magic Johnson had what he called the Midsummer Night's Classic. They raised nearly $1 million for the United Negro College Fund with that charity basketball game. A lot of these games are played across the country. The players get together. They get able to sit around, chew the fat a little bit, talk about the summer, talk about past experiences against one another, and they really do have a good time. And when you get Magic Johnson involved or you get Isiah Thomas involved, these games become big, and I mean real big. And tonight, 21,500. We're thrilled to be here to see the Pistons take on the NBA All-Stars. We're going to bring you first quarter highlights. Fred McLeod behind the mic.
Person missing the first shot of the ball game. We're underway. Joe Dumars, the NBA MVP in the finals, picks up where he left off at the forum. Drains about a 20-footer. It's 2-0 Pistons. Magic with a hook shot, 2-2. Stolen by Isiah. With a big grin on his face, glides in for two. Doesn't take the captain long to get on the score sheet. 8-all. Alley-oop. Inside to Dominic. Here come the NBA stars. Look out here, 4-on-1. Isiah with a steal. On the blind pass by Magic, finds Mahorn. Big Rick with his first bucket. Wilkins, though, obliges at the other end. Dominic, the leading scorer so far with 8. 15-14. Isiah and friends leading. Isiah to Robin. John leads the break. 4-on-1. Hastings will dunk. 36-31. Biggest lead for either team. Sally comes up with a steal. Finds Hastings again. Sally the trailer. A little give and go action. Uh-oh, that could be trouble. Wilkins pushing Sally. You can get away with it in these kind of games. Spud Webb. Showing why he was a former slam dunk champion. Little guy can get off the floor. Mark Hughes. Vinnie Johnson. Got it. Hard to keep up with all the scoring. Vinnie with his first 2 points. 42-35. Person scores. This will be an easy one for John Long if he chooses to shoot. No, Sally. Off the backboard. Sally with 10 in the quarter says, thank you very much, John Long. Pistons by 9. Spud Webb hits it from 3. Defense definitely takes a night off in these games. Dominic missed the dunk. He hit the bottom of the rim. Stolen, though, by the NBA stars. Wilkins again. Made sure of that one. Aguirre left open. Mark Aguirre. Herb Williams. He was fouled, but they let it go. Wilkins. Dominique has 6. Dumars throws up a dart and drains it again for 3. Talk about a shooting machine. Spud Webb with a rebound. Nice pass to teammate Dominique, who lays it in. Wilkins has 16 already in the quarter. We still have 4:40 to play. Maybe Wilt's 100-point record in jeopardy. Scott Hastings, a long bomb for 3. Vinnie Johnson to Hastings. Gets there in time around Magic to Long. Dominique. First into Webb. Sally the lone Piston back, so Dominique is all alone. What's he going to do here? Yes. Little tomahawk action from Wilkins, who has 20 points in the first quarter. No, they're going to discount the bucket on a technicality, a 3-second violation. Boy, that's really reading the rule book to the hilt. 46-40 is the score after 1 quarter of play. If you like points, this is the place to be.
All right, so those were your first quarter highlights. We've had a stoppage in play here at the moment at the Palace. There are 10 seconds left in the game. The Pistons lead the NBA All-Stars 184-181, but an impromptu dunk session is taking place out on the court. And it's Ron Harper of the Cleveland Cavaliers who is taking part in it, along with a couple of other players. They're counting down the final seconds. 5 seconds left now. The Pistons lead this game by 3 points. That first quarter you just saw ended at 46-40, and that's the game. 46-40 at the end of 184-181. The Pistons beat the NBA All-Stars. We've got second quarter highlights coming up. We've got interviews with all the players. Why go anywhere else? This is the place to be. And don't forget our phone number, 964-4434. We're all here to help the Detroit Public School System and their sports program. So stay with us. Lots more coming up as Isaiah's Classic comes to an end at the Palace.
Coming up next, we'll take you to the center of the action.
People in Detroit and the northern suburbs save time flying out of Detroit City Airport. Why, it's just a few miles away as the crow flies.
Southwest Airlines from new Detroit City Airport.
Detroit City Airport is just a short 6-mile drive from downtown. Why, it's just a stone's throw away.
Southwest Airlines from new Detroit City Airport.
Detroit City Airport is just a short drive from the east side and the northern suburbs. Why, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump away.
Southwest Airlines from new Detroit City Airport.
Detroit City Airport is so close to downtown Detroit and the northern suburbs. Why, if it was a snake, it would have bit you.
Southwest Airlines from new Detroit City Airport.
Isn't this the ultimate? You see, I feel the same way about cars as I do about men. I like them gorgeous and powerful. Even the ones with a little mileage on them respond well if you treat them right. My man James says it's the highest quality gasoline you can buy. He says it cleans your engine as you drive so it performs better. And that's good. Because I don't like stalling. Once I get started, I like to keep my motor running. Take your driving to the ultimate. Amoco Ultimate Lead-Free Premium.
It's what legends are made of. 767 feet of grit and romance. The adventure, the loneliness, the deadly risk of working on the Great Lakes has been a mystery until now. Meet up with the crew of the Benson Ford. Men that live a life filled with the unpredictable.
One misstep and you can lose your life.
Join Mort Krim for an unforgettable journey. Risky Business, Iron Boat, Iron Men, Saturday night at 8, only on Channel 4.
It's your turn to make a difference. Operators are waiting to hear from you. Just call 964-4434.
And we're coming live to you from the Palace in Auburn Hills. The crowd is just going round. They're giving Rick Mahorn his props tonight, Dave.
I got mixed emotions for Rick because he surely deserves the ovation that he's getting, the love that's being poured out for him. But I also feel bad for him because he's not going to be here next year, but I want to wish him the best of luck.
But we have another reason for being here tonight, and the reason that we're both here tonight is to help the Detroit schools raise the kind of money that they need to keep their sports programs going. I know it's an important function for you and an important effort for you. We're looking at $300,000 here tonight.
Even if we raise that kind of money tonight from this game, we still are going to need some help from you, the public citizens. Please call the people over at Murray Grove College at 964-4434 for your donation. We need as much as we can get. We need your support.
That's right. We need it big or small. We certainly had some surprises here this evening. One certainly was the fact that Rick Mahorn was getting such a warm send-off. We have had a wonderful time here today. But again, we'd like to remind you that the number to call if you want to make a donation and be a part of this is 964-4434. We're going to go back now on the floor to Bernie and Isiah. Bernie?
All right, Carmen, I'm waiting for Isiah. You see, it's easy when you got the coach up there with you because he can come up at any time. The game is over. They held a little impromptu dunk session, and the players are walking off now. Again, the final, 184-181. The Pistons beat the NBA All-Stars. You know, there's something else I want to repeat. Earlier this evening when we were putting up the phone number, Richard Golden of DOC called in and said he would donate $100 for every point scored here tonight. You add it up, 184 to 181. That's a lot of money. I wish I had my accountant with me to help me figure it out. The players are filing off. Dominique Wilkins was sensational here tonight. Oh, goodness gracious, our co-host has shown up. Thank you. Did you, you know, I asked Dominique, he said he was sucking wind. I think was his exact words a couple of times. Come over here.
That's a nice tie. I'm glad I won't have to see it when I go to Minnesota.
Hey? Always a sweetheart. Rick Mahorn is here. Let me ask you first, honestly.
I gotta be a sweetheart.
Well, that'll be a shake. Now, the ovation you got coming out, that was unbelievable.
Oh, that was. Oh, boy.
There's a love in here tonight.
I know. I have to wear some lip gloss.
Yeah, a lot of it. Did you, the ovation you got coming out?
I didn't expect it, you know, but it felt good because the fans here have been good to me and my teammates have been good to me. It's just sad that I got to go, but that's the nature of the beast.
But you take great memories with you from here.
Yes, I do. I take a championship, and that's what's really important.
Did you enjoy this game?
I had a great time.
The defense was unbelievable.
Oh, the defense was great. We held them under 200.
Let me ask you a question. Are you okay physically?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm healthy. My hand is healing fine. It's making progress. My hamstring's coming along okay. And my shoulder has been giving it okay.
How about life without Rick Mahorn? What's that going to be like?
It's going to be terrible because you can't replace the things he did out on the basketball court. You can't replace his friendship, his love that he gave to us. You know, we're just hoping that next year when he's a free agent again, he can come back and be a bad boy.
Oh, did you hear that?
The return of the bad boy, huh?
Next year when you're a free agent, come back?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind coming back. I'd love being here. You know,
Yeah, you have loved it, too. Congratulations. That was a great ovation. You should be real proud of it. And good luck to you, Minnesota.
Oh, thank you, Bernie.
All right.
But, I mean, while I'm gone, can you get some ties?
Yeah, I will. I'll get
fourth coat.
Okay.
And a new haircut.
Always a cheap shot. Thank you much. We're going to go to second quarter highlights as Isiah Thomas is standing by. Here's Fred McLeod with the play-by-play.
Vinnie Johnson guns a three that's short. Rebound long, though. Inside to Sally. Had it poked away twice by Curitan, and John stayed with it. Passed up a shot. Russell with the steal. 2-on-1. It's Curitan and Harper against Sally. Oh, Curitan with a dunk. And it's 48-44. Sally inside to Rodman. Dennis has a pair of field goals. 50-44. Pistons in front by 6. They've led by 9 in this game. Walker D. Russell, nothing but net. Horn short. Webb, nice job getting away from Vinnie Johnson, who has a smile across his face. Alley-oop to Harper. That's a pretty play. Here comes Webb. In a flash down the lane. That's a pass to Harper. 2 in a row. 52-50, the All-Stars leading. Sally, nice move. John Sally with a 360. 52 all. Harper, that pass from midcourt from Webb. Supposed to have a thing going, don't they? They sit next to each other in the locker room. Maybe they conjure up all these plays before the game. Curitan with a bucket. Mahorn, though, negates it. Long lead feed, Isiah to Sally. Takes it inside.
John Sally, I was commenting about the defense that was played in this game. You guys really worked.
See, that was a great defensive play there.
Yeah.
Mahorn stole it, pulled up for the J. He missed it.
Oh, you got a rebound?
Yeah, defense, rebound, pass, fake, score. You can't ask for any better basketball.
Well, then why do you need a coach?
So he can run up and down the sideline, jump his feet, shake his head, and say, Zeke! Look at that defense. Chuck would love that.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love to have Ron Harper doing that, too, on the offensive end. What are you doing here? You're just looking for guys. Well, my goodness, I could have played in this game.
No, you couldn't have did that.
No,
see, can't, yet, no, yet. See, you can't do that.
No, I could have done that. That I could have done.
You can't do that.
That I couldn't do. Bouncing that ball in Spud Webb the way he just did it was unbelievable. Spud Webb's unbelievable. Isn't he 5'7", the jumping ability?
Can you believe he jumps that high? See, look at Magic. Great defensive stance. Joe Dumars. Boom.
Boy, Mark, look how thin Mark is.
Mark looks good. I tell you what, he's worked the whole summer. He slimmed his way down, and you're going to see some very good things from him next year.
You're talking about 30 pounds he slimmed down. That's a lot of slimming.
And we still got 2 months of the summer left.
Oh, he'll be a bone.
Look at that defense. Run that back. Can you run that back?
What are you, Dick Vitale? Did you guys work on any plays or anything in this game?
No, we just came out and played. It was a typical schoolyard basketball game where you see a lot of moves, a lot of between your legs, behind your back, three-point shots, and it's just a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. Aren't you gratified? Well, here, let's watch Mark again. Slim down, Mark. But I thought Mahorn looked pretty good, too, tonight.
Mahorn always looks good. You know, we're going to miss him. We love that guy to death.
You know, it's funny to me. He really gives the media a hard time, but if he doesn't like you, he really doesn't give you a hard time. Then you know you're kind of in trouble with Mahorn.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
I think that's everybody, not just the media.
If he doesn't speak to you, then you know you're not as well liked.
Dennis looked. I thought Dennis had a little injury. Might not play tonight, they said, huh?
That's what they said, but, you know, you can't keep Rodman out of a basketball game.
Especially one where he can do those kind of things without anybody in his way.
That's the end of the quarter there.
So you go into the locker room. I believe you were winning 87 to 77 at halftime, correct? Something like that. So what was the emotion? What was the emotional pep talk? What did we hear in that locker room?
Well, I went in and I did my best Chuck Daly routine that I could.
And?
I screamed at myself. I said, Isiah, you're not doing this. 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 The rest of you guys, hell of a job.
I've got a friend of yours sitting next to you. We were just commenting on the 30 pounds you lost. Mark Aguirre has joined us. What did you do?
Well, when I left Detroit, thank you, sir. No, when I left Detroit, I talked to Isiah a long time, and I told him that this was a great year for us.
and that we played well, and I think that I came in and helped to fit it in well. But when I came back, I wanted to be able to show Chuck Daly all the things that I can do and let him decide for himself what he wants to do with it. So when I went to Dallas, I went right to work.
So, so what did you do? Did you cut down eating? Did you start exercising every day?
Well, basically, I changed my diet to the type of diet I was used to handling before I had that mishap in the other place.
You mean in your other life in Dallas?
That other place, yeah. I kind of had a mishap and lost interest. But, you know,
that can happen
worked
in
out
those
a lot.
other places.
Yeah, I worked out a lot, and I got a lot to show.
But, I mean, you lost 30 pretty quickly. I mean, the season ended a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Yeah, well, see, I don't want to lose it and not be able to adjust to it. See, I think that when I've always done it, I've tried to lose it early, strip it down, and then I get used to that weight.
So what weight do you want to come in at?
I want to come a little lower than possible. I think I want to come in about 217, 218.
217? Is that, I mean, that's really light
for
you.
Yeah, that's light, but see, I'll be able to work with it during camp. You know, if Chuck wants me to put on some weight, I'll have the flexibility to do it. But, I want to be quick. That's my main
But I was going to say, if Chuck says, Mark, you got to put some weight on, for the first time in your life,
I'll hear those words.
You go crazy. You can eat like you're going nuts.
Nah, well, you know, I want to be able to get him a break.
Who, Chubby over here? This guy can eat anything in the world, not gain an ounce. Did you have a good time out here tonight? How was the new weight? Were you able to test it at all?
Yeah, I've been working with it quite a bit. I'm a lot quicker. I'm an awful lot quicker, and I seem to get up off the floor a lot better right now. So basically, I've been here before. I'm just going back to a situation that I'm comfortable with.
You know Tommy Lasorda lost, I think, 30 or 35 pounds, and they gave him a Slim Fast commercial, and he's making millions now.
Yeah, well, the millions are great, and I hope they come my way. But if I can put another ring on, that'll be great.
Oh, yeah. See, now you like that one, huh?
Yeah, but, I mean, we're young guys.
How old are you?
We're the same age. We're exactly the same age.
And
I'm about a couple months older than you.
Is anybody going to give me a number?
24.
21. 21.
17. 18.
No, we got it. I think we got a couple more in us. If we mind our business and work hard at it, possibly, it might happen for us again.
Did you, when you came here, it was such a change for you, suddenly to get into a positive situation, am I correct?
Yeah.
And having Isiah with you, I mean, that had to help you being a best friend with you.
Oh, I got sick of Isiah. I got so sick of Isiah riding my back.
So you kind of,
and when I left here, let me tell you what he called me. He called me Buffet. When I left here, so I heard those ringing in my ear when I left, so I knew I had to do something.
All right.
You got Ricky.
Ricky's coming back out.
Come on, baby. Give me a hug, baby.
Ricky's coming back out. All right, that's Rick Mahorn who has come back out to say goodbye to Mark Aguirre and Isiah Thomas. We're going to go into the locker room where Fred McLeod is standing by. Mark, thank you. Fred, take it away. It's yours.
Okay, Bernie, well, in my mind, the play of the night wasn't a slam dunk, wasn't a 360 move, a pass behind the back, or a three-point shot. It was Spud Webb's shot that was bounced off the floor and went home. Then you made it look routine.
Oh, I've been doing it all summer. No, it was a lucky shot, and Rick looked like he didn't expect it, so he looked surprised because he threw the ball back into the referee, so it was a lucky shot.
I like the way you walked away and went, nothing to it.
Well, that's something I do every day, and I've been practicing, so it was nothing.
But your dunk routine at the end was good. How would you score it on a 1 to 10 scale?
I say I'm about an 8. I don't think I perfected back like I wanted, but I'm working on it. So, I missed one, so that they give you something to work at. So, I think I get it back to 100% where it become naturally.
Did you guys have fun tonight?
Oh yeah, all the time. This is a Magic game. We're going to Dominic game, so they all are fun.
Pretty impressive though, with 21,000 people in the house.
Oh yeah, that was great. It showed that they, showed their appreciation the way the Pistons played this year, and they deserve everything.
But they put on another fine show. Good to have you in town.
All right, thanks for having me.
Bud Weber, guess we'll be back with much more from the locker room, but first, these commercial messages.
More exclusive highlights coming up next.
Look up.
But I don't see anything.
That's good, because there might have been electrical wires up there. And not even your mom or dad can always spot them. So help mom and dad out. Tell them to look up. especially when doing things with ladders or TV antennas.
Or flying kites.
That's right, Angela, or when flying kites. Now, what are we going to tell Mom and Dad?
Look out!
Detroit Edison, a good part of your life.
There's a motor oil that talks about quality. Always has, always will. Well, Valvoline makes the highest quality motor oil recommended by any automobile manufacturer. Oh yeah, unlike the competition, Valvoline also makes the motor oil used by 7 out of 10 Indy 500 crew chiefs. That's 7 out of 10 Indy crew chiefs over the last 10 years. People who know, use Valvoline.
RC Cola and assorted 7-Up products, $1.49 plus deposit 6 packs of 12-ounce cans. Assorted grinds of Maxwell House coffee, $3.98 with newspaper coupon, 26-ounce can. Dow's Ziploc freezer bags, $1.89, 15 count.
Good evening, I'm Mort Prim on the Night Beat. Coming up at 11, the latest in the strange story of the Delisle family. Larry Delisle tonight sits in jail for the drowning deaths of his 4 children, and the community is outraged. We'll have a complete update. Looks as if Bill Lucas will be landing a job in the Bush administration after all. And it's a movie whose title is almost as controversial as the film itself. We'll review the movie Sex, Lies, and Videotape. All that plus a complete wrap-up of Isaiah's classic and a great weekend forecast from Chuck Gatica coming up right here at 11 on the Night Beat.
Sure depends on you. Please call 964-4434.
Welcome back to Isaiah's Classic for our schools. Guess who has joined me here in the anchor booth trying to get his earpiece on is Tommy Hearns, our own Tommy Hearns. You know, I didn't get a chance to congratulate you on that fight out in Las Vegas, and certainly congratulations on that. And thanks for coming out and supporting this effort.
It's been my pleasure. I had a great time. I enjoyed the basketball game. It's been really great.
Yeah. You know what? We were just talking about our own school experience. I'm a product of the Detroit Public Schools. I went to Mumford High School here in Detroit. You yourself went to high school here. I can't imagine what my high school career would have been like without a basketball game, a football game. It kind of brings all the kids together, whether you're, an athlete or not.
I believe that it's something that's definitely needed in high school, in all schools really, because when I was in school, from elementary to junior high, all to high school, I look forward to getting a break, going to play in the gym, just to relax my mind, and then go back to work afterwards.
Oh, yeah. And, the idea that the kids would start this fall in Detroit without that opportunity is just something that I think has made us all kind of come together.
I couldn't imagine the kids going back to school and starting school without having gym and music. I think that's something that helped motivate the kids.
Well, we certainly want to thank you for coming and helping us to support this effort. And we want those people who are at home and watching us to do that, too, by dialing the number that you see on your screen. That number is 964-4434. And right now, we're going to remind you that there are people there taking those phone calls. And whenever we mention the number, the phones light up. And so I'm mentioning it once more. That number is 964-4434. And we do have volunteers to take your call. We also want to salute them and all of the people who are taking the time to care tonight. Greg Geis and Norman McKee give their time to run a recreation center that also provides tutoring for kids. Rosemary LaJoy brings pets to visit little children in the hospital. Kevin Feldman gives horseback rides to handicapped children. Lennon James volunteers as a drug counselor to help others conquer their addiction. Their stories serve to inspire all of us to care about others. After this story aired about Hope Silverman's work with infants in the neonatal intensive care unit at Sinai Hospital, hundreds of calls poured in with offers of help. It was part of a community action campaign called Time to Care. Each day, public service announcements have asked for specific help, and our viewers have given it. Thousands have responded. The care force is growing every day. Time to Care is sponsored by the Pepsi-Cola Company, AAA Michigan, the Chrysler Corporation, and Comerica. Together with WDIV, the United Way for Southeast Michigan, and United Community Services, the Time to Care partnership has helped answer the question, how can I help? simply by taking the time to care.
All right, welcome back to the Palace. 184-181. The Pistons beat the NBA All-Stars. When we left you, they were at halftime. 87-77, the Pistons led it. Third quarter highlights coming up. Here's Fred McLeod.
Piston turnover gives it to the guys in purple. Harper with a thunder slam. He has those kind of legs as a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Harper has 10, but Aguirre matches it at the other end. Mark Aguirre was 16. Talked about his weight loss in the first half, losing 30 pounds just through dieting and exercise. He looks so much better. He'd be the first to tell you he needed to lose the weight. I'm sure Jack McCloskey was the second. Aguirre hits it again. Dominique, the leading scorer in the first half with 26, takes it inside on the base and jams it home. Dumars jumps it short. 5-point game, and it could be closer. Harper to a dunking person. Isiah flies again, another three-pointer. He's had 3 of those tonight, and it's 99-90. Isiah flashing a grin at Harper. They've become pretty good friends since the young man from Miami, Ohio, has entered the league. 103-98. Mahorn back the other way. Magic Johnson short. Mahorn with the easiest rebound of his career, flips it to Aguirre. To Rodman. Made no mistake on that one. Dennis has 10. 107-98. Magic to Harper. Pretty alley-oop. A reverse, no less. Rodman, Aguirre, and Mahorn fill the front court spots. Aguirre with a fadeaway knuckleball that beats the 24-second buzzer. 125-118. Wilkins missed the dunk. He's missed 3 tonight. But then he usually winds up taking more spectacular attempts than anybody on the planet. Mahorn with an I-mean-it type of dunk. The big guy has 19 points tonight. 130-118. Harper missed it. Curitan passed off to Harper. Harper inside to Curitan despite a Mahorn bear hug, and Earl Curitan lays it in. Isiah with a dunk. Aguirre flies in for 2. Here comes Wilkins in the open court to himself. That's what some of the crowd came to see tonight. Here come the Pistons 4-on-2. John Long from Vinny. Nicely run break, and Long has 8. Pistons back up by 8. Wilkins lays it in. 1:15 to play in the third quarter. Very good chance we'll get between 190 and 200 points for the winning squad here tonight. Wilkins, 360s. Wilkins can take it himself. Does. Harper takes it inside for the dunk. Harper has a 16-point quarter. Pistons by 2 as the third quarter elapses. Points, points, and more points at the Palace.
That was mighty fine action inside the Palace tonight. This is the action taking place just outside the Palace. You know, usually this is every reporter's nightmare, but not tonight with a crowd like this, because they were all here for the most worthwhile of causes tonight. These people are very fine to have contributed to this cause. Gentlemen, sir, what's your name?
Travis Moore.
And what did this mean to you to buy a ticket to this game tonight? Travis?
I think it's a worthwhile cause for people to come to see this game, for the pros to come out here and participate in something for the students of Detroit.
All right, very quickly now. Your name, sir?
My name is Lowell Glad.
And your thoughts on being able to help Detroit school youngsters?
Very, very rewarding, very entertaining. Definitely worthwhile.
You enjoyed it. All right. Nice action inside tonight.
How you doing? Tracy Green.
Nice action, Tracy?
Yes, I think it was.
You enjoyed it?
I really did.
All right, terrific. So everybody had a good time. This August edition of NBA Action, a very worthwhile game, but more important, a very worthwhile cause to help these youngsters. I think these people are going to go at it right now. So with that, We'll say we'll be back with more big game excitement in a moment. Take it away.
Working at McDonald's isn't the first job I ever loved. I worked at a mill for 37 years before I retired. Yeah, I used to tell people my wife just got tired of packing my lunch. I like keeping busy, but I like my time off too. McDonald's lets me pick my own hours. Yeah, me and my wife have sort of switched. Now I pack her lunch. I made these myself. Oh, you. Stop by your local McDonald's. For you, this could be the perfect job.
B.F. Goodrich TA tires perform like great athletic shoes. Grab. Dig. Because B.F. Goodrich TA tires are low and wide. B.F. Goodrich TA tires. Think of them as athletic shoes for your car.
The customer on the left got shocks in a muffler from a typical muffler shop. The Speedy Muffler King customer on the right also got shocks in a muffler, but with a substantial difference. Now at Speedy, buy any 3 shocks and get the 4th one free. Or get a guaranteed muffler for just $19.95. Maybe next time, both of these customers will come to Speedy for guaranteed satisfaction and big savings on shocks and mufflers. At Speedy, you're a somebody. 110% guaranteed.
For some reason, practically everyone knows that AAA Michigan sells auto insurance, but far less know about our homeowners insurance. Then it dawned on us. It was this little sticker that put us on the map. Why not promote our homeowners insurance with a slightly larger version? Call us for the agent nearest you and find out just how good your homeowners insurance can be. And tell us what you think about this bumper sticker for houses idea.
You can help save sports in our schools. Operators are standing by now at 964-4434.
You live from the Palace in Auburn Hills. I'm Kermit Herlin along with Dave Bing. Dave, you've had a closer role, or I should say closer seat to the event here tonight. You got a chance to coach from the sidelines. What was your reaction to the game?
Pure entertainment. Pure entertainment. I enjoyed it.
So you think the crowd came away satisfied?
I think so. No losers.
No losers. We do want to remind you that we don't want the Detroit Public Schools to be losers either. Please give us a call. The number to call is 964-4434. You can make a donation, big or small, if the police call. We're going to go now down to Bernie, who's on the court side. Bernie?
All right, Carmen. You know, my question for Dave Bing is what kind of defense did he institute? Obviously, if you saw some of the highlights, none. Thank goodness. All right, we're going to head into fourth quarter highlights. The Pistons against the NBA All-Stars. Fred McLeod with the play-by-play.
The Magic Johnson that was right on the money. Isiah down the lane. And Zeke has 29. Then steals it back. Tries a 3 and hits it again. Looking to create, perhaps. Ooh. Wilkins with 52. All-Stars get it back. Spud West. They want a dunk from Spud. Yes! How many guys can do that? Rodman will score for the All-Star. Magic says, I don't want to do it. Now Harper's going to try. Oh, yeah. Sally cruising all over the place. Whoa! Little 360 action. So it's Ron Harper with the ladylike dunk. Untouched by human hand. The girls will try to get their heart rate down, and Ron Harper thrills the crowd with a daredevil stunt. Pat Miller is not taking any credit for that instruction. There we go. A good time had by all at the Isiah Thomas Summer Classic. That's a better one. Here we go. You saw Rick Mahorn being hugged there. Isiah Thomas has rejoined us. You know, I tell you, we can't say it enough. You're going to miss Rick Mahorn. I mean, Rick Mahorn was a critical part of the offense, the defense, everybody else. It was in the locker room, though, where Rick Mahorn's really going to be missed.
I don't think people ever really understood his sense of humor. He, you know, people talk about Sally being funny, but Mahorn was one of the funniest people on our team. He was a great guy to have around. If you ever wanted a friend, just a friend, Bernie, you know, like you got your best friend.
Yeah. We hang out all the time.
But, you know, he's the type of guy that you want as a friend.
I know what you're saying. Okay, I've got the final stat sheet here. I'm not going to show it to you yet because, first of all, I'm going to tell you, if Chuck Daly ever sees this, there'll be no more Chuck Daly. Okay, Dominique Wilkins had 52s for the NBA All-Stars. Chuck Person, 18. Ron Harper, 26. Magic had 27. How many did you have? 21? I'm getting 30. 30. We better go to DOC. I need glasses. I can't see anything. 30 for you tonight. 184 to 181. And I think the final thing is you've raised a tremendous amount of money for the Detroit Public Schools, and it was a great, great evening for basketball fans here.
I just hope, you know, we have the problem with the Detroit public school system. I just hope that the people use the money wisely. I hope that we never have to do this type of thing again. And, you know, the children are all that we have, and it's not their fault. See, that's the bad thing about it. It's not their fault. So just give them a chance. Give the people a chance. Give them a chance. Give the young people a chance to grow up to be something.
Okay. Go take a shower, relax, have a good time.
Are you saying that I smell?
No, you don't smell. You're beautiful. Come on, right here. You're close to me. It's my friend, Isiah Thomas. Yeah, we're going to hang together this fall, right?
You know it.
Yeah, me and Isiah. All right, we'll be back with more from the Palace. Thank you.
Magic moments in a great game coming up next.
At Henry Ford, I deal with cancer patients and their families. It's important they feel they can talk to me. Cancer is difficult enough. It shouldn't be difficult dealing with your doctor.
You choose your doctor, you choose your hospital, but you get your nurse. At Henry Ford, I make sure your nurse is professional, caring, and responsive. Someone you would choose if it were your choice.
Generals, huh? That's right. You're sure they're right for my car? Listen, General makes some of the best speed-rated radial performance tires in the business. Look, drive the set for 30 days. Mm-hmm. And if you're not happy, I'll buy them back. 30 days, huh? Yep. Well, just try them.
Take the 30-day challenge at Tire Man. Right now, Tire Man has General's high-performance XP 2000 radials starting at just $49.90. See the ad in Sunday's news.
You see, in summer, Earthlings migrate to a place called beaches.
Beaches?
And to refresh their systems, they share their favorite drink under the sun.
The sun?
A bright object that lights their summer days.
Is that the sun, Dad?
No, but they say summer wouldn't feel the same without it.
Coca-Cola Classic. Dad, I have a feeling I'd like it there. Can't beat the feeling.
Isiah and the Bad Boys need your help to save sports. Just call 964-4434. Operators are standing by now.
Well, welcome back to the locker room. I have John Sally, the new, soon-to-be starting forward of the Pistons. 25 points tonight, big guy. You're setting a dangerous precedent for yourself. You know, they're going to expect this all the time.
Yeah, it's a little different now than it was last year. They're really offensive-minded, very disciplined and working on my offense. Was all around the country, playing a lot of ball. Played a lot in Los Angeles with the Pistons. Dennis Rodman and I went. We worked on our game, on our offensive game. Been back working at OCC on my strength and on my offense. I think I'll be ready for next season.
But Mitch Albom called to remind you that you missed a dunk, you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have learned how to dunk.
Okay. Always a qualifier. Thanks, John, for the night.
No problem. Thank you.
Let's go back outside to Emery King.
All right, and so it ends, at least out here. The crowd is thinning out. A lot of happy people walking out of this place tonight. They had a good time inside, and they did it all for a very worthwhile cause. We do a lot of talk about the man or the woman of the hour when we cover stories like this. Tonight, there were about 20,000 or 22,000 men and women of the hour, not the least of whom were Isiah Thomas and his friends, all for the most worthwhile of causes to help people like Patrick here and Keith, who are football players in Detroit, have a sports season this year. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's go back inside now to Bernie.
All right, Emery, being a basketball fan, I know you had a great time. We had a spectacular time here. You know, there was no defense in the game. It was a great offense back and forth. It was great entertainment, and it was to help the Detroit Public Schools. And we had a terrific time. We had a great time bringing it to you, and I've enjoyed myself very much. We're going to go upstairs where Carmen Harlan and Dave Bing will say goodbye. Carmen?
Bernie. And certainly we have a lot of thank yous tonight. We want to thank GTE for the use of their suite and for allowing us to bring this show to you live from their suite here at the Palace. We also want to thank Dave Bing for joining us and starting this drive.
Carmen, thank you very much. It's my pleasure being here, and I really want to stress to the people once again, we had a good time tonight, but in order for us to have, and these kids to have a good time during the year, they've got to vote yes on the millage election. We need that.
All right, and that's going to take place in September. And certainly, Dave, thank you for coming out tonight and sharing both of your talents here with us this evening. We're going to stay tuned for the night beat, and we leave you with the highlights of the game. Good night.
We are friends. We are brothers. Always there, looking out for each other. In a world where so many dreams are broken apart. Yeah, but when the world tries to beat us, we hang tough. Ain't no way they'll defeat us. You and I will always survive. Together we're strong. Heart to heart, any storm we can weather. You and I, we become united forever. Two hearts can be that one. There ain't a single thing we can overcome. We're indestructible. We got the power of love. So we can generate solid love. Nothing can penetrate. We're indestructible. There's a power deep inside us. Ain't no more that could ever divide us. We won't fall. We'll show 'em all just what we're made of. You and I, we're in it together. We stand strong through it all.
Try the hot dog so full of lean, fresh meat that they plump when you cook them. Ballpark Franks. Handsome carrying case not included. Sure, your soft drink may be sugar-free, but what about your hot dog? Ballpark Franks.